Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. This is Movies TV Mad Live, and we are doing a Q&A tonight. And I've already got some questions here, so I'll wait for the people to come in. We've got 3 questions so far, and I want to respond to those questions. So is anyone who asked me a question in the chat, the one person in the chat? No, obviously not. They've gone. 2 people in the chat. Or anyone? Bobcat, hey Mickey, Jeff Hill, bonjour. Right. How are you doing? I need to answer these questions before they vanish. Kavari, with DC and WB embracing the Hamadaverse, is it still possible for the Snyderverse could return? Right. It's quite simple, really. A lot of nonsense has gone down with these people, the studio and Snyder himself. For this to happen, the studio and Snyder will have to say, do you know what? You said some stuff. We said some stuff. Let's sit down. Right? I don't think anything's going to happen at the moment until Zaslav and Discovery take over. But anything's possible, and I certainly wouldn't say an outright no. Kavari, could Jay Fisher still play Cyborg in the Hamadaverse? Yes, Kavari, I feel that Ray Fisher will be in the Flash movie. Richie Mo, do you think Batterson will ever share the screen with Keaton or Batfleck? Yes, definitely Keaton. Definitely Keaton. I can see that happening. We're getting into the multiverse, so there's no reason why that can't happen. Batfleck, it all depends on his future, really. So, yes, good evening, Bobcat. Good evening, Jeff Hill. I hope you're doing okay. I've got a thumping headache. I'm a bit stressed, so I need some cheering up. Jeff Hill, Snyder fucked all chances of the Snyderverse coming back with his handling of the situation post Zack Snyder's JL. He didn't conduct himself very well, Jeff. But I'm one of these people who knows that this industry can change its mind very quickly. So I would never say an outright no. It's important to think, what things have happened, how the Snyder Cut was released. Look, I feel that Snyder never wanted to restore this. He was just looking for revenge, as was Fisher. Because if they wanted to restore the Snyderverse, they could have done. They could have played ball. Things could have been different. But all Snyder and Fisher wanted to do was expose secrets and conversations between them and the studio to the public domain. That's not how you conduct yourself if you want to keep on working for a studio. So if you've got a question for me, please let me know. So I've got one person in the chat. Who's that then? Who's still in the chat? Jeff Hill, hey, bit the hand that feed him. He bit the hand that fed him. Yes, he certainly did. Bobcat, I'm okay with Snyder not coming back. Right, Bobcat, I've got an article. Not an article, but I've got a quote from Margot Robbie talking about Harley Quinn. I think in the first Suicide Squad film, she had a certain confidence and cockiness. Knowing that she had the protection of the Joker, she was like, I'm going on this mission and he'll get me out of here in a second. And that was kind of her prerogative on that film. Then in Birds of Prey was, oh shit, it's scary, cold world. Maybe I can do it in this film. Time has passed. It doesn't directly link to either of those films. But it's not something that Harley is wrestling with anymore. She's not waiting for Mr. J to show up. And she's not wondering if she can do it on her own. She knows. So that's what she's got to say. So the interesting takeaway from this is she's saying that her story doesn't connect to the other 2 movies. That's no surprising because a lot of people hate the first movie and a lot of people hate the second movie. It's interesting now, isn't it? It's not even connected to Birds of Prey. She's not even her story from Birds of Prey is not directly connected. Interesting. Remember, this is a Q&A. You can ask me anything within reason. I've had a very bad day, bad afternoon, bad mood, thumping headache. Go easy on me. Jeff Hill, I get that they're trying to make Harley Quinn a strong, independent woman, but the reality is that her character will always be linked to Joker, and it's pointless to keep distancing her from Joker. It's not they, Jeff, it's her. It's Margot Robbie. She's a feminist. She's obsessed with this kind of stuff. She keeps on doubling down on it, and we saw what happened with Birds of Prey, but this is what's going to happen in this film. There's nothing you and I can do about it. This is the environment we're now in, and we'll see how it plays out. Bobcat, it's not pointless. Jeff Hill. Bobcat, it's not pointless, Jeff Hill. Harley can be her own character without Joker. Well, can't we all be our own character without somebody else? Do we have to keep on underlining the point? We don't do it. Why does she? We know she's strong. We know she doesn't need the Joker. How many more times? We know. Get on with it. Jeff Hill, the toxic relationship between Harley and the Joker is amazing. It should be explored further. It was the best part of the Suicide Squad. It certainly was, especially with the extended version as well. I love the Joker. I love the Joker. Basically, if you're a biased Harley fan, you're going to say this is fine. If you're a biased Joker fan, you're going to say it's not fine. It depends what point of view you come from. And people with biases don't see the other side, unfortunately. I think we're all biased from a certain point of view. Would it be funny if the Joker blows her brains out at the end of the movie? Joker and Harley being in the first film, that's why it made nearly 800 million. Not because Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn was in it. Okay, not really, Jeff Hill. They didn't even do a toxic relationship. It wasn't even their relationship. That's not even how it was portrayed. Joker wouldn't save Harley. Well, no. Well, actually, he did save her. Bobcat, he did save her. And when she fell off the aeroplane, he was devastated. And this is what I'm talking about, biases towards each character. People are blinded by their biases and they'll say anything to prove their point. Jeff Hill, can you give us your best Leto Joker laugh impression? It's not very good. In that film, but he shouldn't have. That's not how it should be. Why? Why, Bobcat? Why? Why can't he save her? Why can't he care about her? A lot of people think she manipulated him in Arkham Asylum. A lot of people feel that the Joker is Harley Quinn's victim. Bobcat, because that isn't the character what it was in that film. As I said, Bobcat, everyone's biased towards their own characters. This is the thing. You're never going to see the other side of it. We can exchange opinions for 6 days. You're never going to see it because your bias is towards Harley. And that's fine. Everyone has biases. I'm a Harley fan. I know how the character works. It isn't bias. Well, it doesn't matter what the character is in the comics, Bobcat. We're talking about the film. John, what are we talking about tonight? It's a Q&A, John, so ask me. As I say, you are the people who dictate what we talk about. Now, if you're interested in knowing what we spoke about 5 minutes ago, you have to go to the start of the video. But we're not talking about, at the moment, we're debating about Harley Quinn and Joker. Do you know the difference between Amber Heard and Margot Robbie? Amber Heard doesn't dictate what happens in the films. Jeff Hill, Harley Quinn is secondary to Joker like Robin is to Batman. I'm not interested in solo Robin or Harley Quinn stuff. I'd rather see them in movies with their better counterparts. Well, I tell you what, it will be bigger box office. I would love to see a Harley and Joker movie. I absolutely would love that. And by the way, Bobcat, of course you're not going to say you're biased because you're biased. Bobcat, well, I am Jeff Hill. Ultimately, Bobcat, there will be a Harley and Joker movie, ultimately. Bobcat, I want a Mad Love movie. Well, tell us what Mad Love's all about, Bobcat, because I don't know what it's all about. Tell me what Mad Love's all about. I don't know that story. You can be our educator towards comics. Barack Obama versus Ronald Reagan. Malignant trailer. What about it? If you're asking if I know anything about it, no, I don't have the foggies. Bobcat, so you're telling me about Harley when you don't even know her origin? That's right, yeah, I'm telling you my opinion. Yeah, that's right. John, Joker and Harley Quinn are one of the best DC couples. Of course they are. I don't know about her in the comics, but then I watched the animated series. I didn't remember the animated actress going on about she's independent and strong. I just remember her playing the part. Nobody's interested in Margot Robbie's opinion. Bobcat, Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn are. Personally, I think Joker and Harley are more interesting, but Bobcat, why are people idolizing abusive relationships? Shall I tell you why? Because it's not real. It's not real. It's a film. This is the problem with this generation. They take movies and TV drama and twist them into reality. We are not idolizing toxic relationships. We're talking about something in fiction that we think is cool to watch. Otherwise, let's cancel all soaps, right? Damn it, Dirty Den and Angie, great TV back in the 80s with EastEnders. Sue Ellen and JR, toxic relationships. Damn it, they should never have done it. Bobcat, here we go again. Yeah. Because your generation is so easily... why are we celebrating toxic relationships? We're not. It's fiction. It's fiction, Bobcat. Jeff Hill, we're not idolizing abusive relationships. That shit is real and happens in real life and should be explored. Exactly. I don't care if it happens in real life. People love Joker and Harley. Jeff Hill, we shouldn't be scared of tackling real hard subjects. I just think people like that relationship, mostly. But Harley's story is about overcoming abuse. But some people say she's the abuser, Bobcat. Some people say she manipulated Joker, not the other way around. How, right? How can the Joker manipulate a psychiatrist? Jeff Hill, that's like saying Joker shouldn't have been made because it's idolizing mental disabilities. Exactly. Bobcat, what? Yeah, no. I'm just telling you what I want to see. That's all I'm telling you. That's what I want to see. But we're never going to get a Harley Joker thing. Bobcat, Jeff Hill, DC should explore these difficult themes because God knows Marvel wouldn't do it. John, do you think we will get a Joker Harley movie? Not with Margot Robbie involved. A recasting would be great in my book. Bobcat, read the origin. I want to see Harley and the Joker. I'm not going to see it because Margot Robbie is an extremist left-right feminist. We're not going to see it. And of course she wants Poison Ivy to forward her agenda. Bobcat, good. Thank you, Margot, for understanding the character. She doesn't care about the character, Bobcat. She only cares about her identity politics angle. Doesn't care about your character. We started off with the Suicide Squad, the best version of Harley, was in David Ayer's Suicide Squad. We had a shit version in Birds of Prey. Who knows? I've seen some of it. Bobcat, no, it's an important part of the story. So is the Joker. Bobcat, yes, she does, lol. She's making the Harley fans happy. Yeah, she really cares about that, doesn't she? I used to love her. Not anymore. I'm done with her. She plays Harley brilliantly, and I respect that, and I always will. But her agenda. Oh. Can I ask you a question, Bobcat? If Harley Quinn dies in the Suicide Squad, how will you feel? Oh, Jeff, you know why she does that? You know why she talks about taking a shit? To unsexualize the character. She's obsessed. This is what I'm talking about. It's all about trying to make her not look sexy. That's what it's about. She keeps on doubling down. Bobcat, if it's done right, it'll be okay. I'll be okay with it. Interesting. I mean, you're going to kill someone, ain't you? What if Jared Leto's Joker pops up and blows her brains out? I say that's done right. Jeff Hill, I know, but she is an inherently sexual character. Not anymore, my friend. We're not in that atmosphere, that environment anymore. Okay, that's why she says it. James Gunn wrote the script, not Margot Robbie. Yes, she insisted in certain things. He's already bent the knee to her a few times. So he did write the script, yeah? But she's been in his ear. John, we can have a different Harley Quinn after Flashpoint. Oh, wouldn't that be good? Wouldn't that be good? Well, she'll be pissing off to Disney to do Pirates of the Caribbean and to destroy another franchise. So, good luck, Disney. Vodka, no. How do you know, Lol? How do I know what? How do I know what? I've got a thumping headache, Bobcat. Do you know what you're talking about? I'm in the hot seat, so I just open my mouth and words come out. The best character in DC. Bobcat, why are you commenting on something you don't know anything about? I told you, it's my channel. I can say what I fucking want. It's easy. I've made my point. I said I want to see Harley and Joker in a film together. I don't need to know the origin about it, right? Margot Robbie destroyed Birds of Prey. She shouldn't have even been in that fucking film. And she ruined it with her identity politics. She was the one who brought in the useless director who can't even fucking direct action. I know exactly what I'm fucking talking about. Jeff Hill, you don't need to know the comics for the films. They're two entirely different things. I mean, I like Birds of Prey. I know you did. I didn't. That's fine. We can disagree. I'm not talking about comics. I'm talking about Harley Quinn and Joker in the movies. I'm allowed to talk and give my opinion on my channel. It may be an unsuccessful channel where barely nobody takes any notice of me, but Jesus Christ, I'm allowed to have a fucking opinion. Jeff Hill, I worked on Birds of Prey and I hated it, lol. What? Bobcat, Jeff Hill, I'm a Harley fan. That's fair enough. I'm a Superman fan. You're only saying I don't know what I'm talking about so you can try and win the debate. Because I'm not talking about the comics. I'm talking about live action. Bobcat, so if I insult Superman to a certain point, you'd get upset. I'd listen to what you've got to say and I'd give you my opinion. That's how intelligent people work, Bobcat. Well, I'm talking about Harley in live action. Please don't make me repeat myself again. You're talking about her origins from the comics. I am not. I have seen her in the films. That's what I'm talking about. You can talk about her in the comics. That's fine. You can talk about what you want. I'm not insulting Harley. I don't like Margot Robbie. She ruined that character. She was great in the first Suicide Squad movie. Great. But now, WB and people like James Gunn are allowing her to have too much saying what happens to the character. Okay, well, Suicide Squad isn't a good depiction. That's your opinion. My opinion isn't. And by the way, I'm not talking about the comics. I'm talking about what I saw in the film. I liked what I saw in the film. John, we had a bit of an origin story of Harley and Joker in 2017 Suicide Squad. Okay, I don't think there is a 2017 Suicide Squad, John. No, Bobcat, it's 2016. Jesus Christ. Tomatoes? Tomatoes. By the way, it's tomatoes, not tomatoes. Stop crushing the British language and stop getting movies released in America before us and stop making streaming services available first in bloody America. One thing I can say, though, Harley Quinn isn't the central point of the Suicide Squad, that's for sure. Ratcatcher 2 is the heart of the movie, as James Gunn's already said. Bobcat, how is that my fault, though? I'm not blaming you. Everything doesn't revolve around you, Bobcat. Jesus. Bobcat, you're getting the Suicide Squad first. So Ratcatcher 2 is the heart of the movie. She's one of the main characters. I absolutely adore the actor. I think she's so adorable and nice and sweet. Mongol, I love Mongol. Mongol's fucking awesome. Bobcat, you're getting the Suicide Squad first. What does that mean? I don't understand what you mean. I don't ignore comments I don't like. You know full well. This is what you people do. You try and win a debate by throwing propaganda at people. It won't work with me. I'm too intelligent. I'm too sharp. I'm so sharp I cut my own lips and tongues. Okay, ignore the comments you don't like. Gotcha. Sorry, you didn't win there. I always win. I win. I always win. Is there no one on this planet who can even challenge me? John, I watched the James Gunn Suicide Squad trailer breakdown on IGN. Yeah, it was really cool, wasn't it, John? What did you think of it? What was your favourite part? What did you think what he had to say? Ariana, anyways, just watched Loki Pretty Lit. You liked it, did you, episode 3? It was a bit of a filler, wasn't it, Ariana? But I still enjoyed it. And I kind of dig Lady Loki, although don't call her Lady Loki to her face. He doesn't like it. But yeah, I thought it was an okay episode. Bobcat, well, okay then. I know I'm right, and I'll let you think you're right. Well, I know I'm right. Because I'm not talking about the comics. That's where your point falls down. There's no right, Bobcat. There's no right or wrong. Everyone has their own opinions and their own points of view and their own biases. That's how you people don't understand. There's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong. It's just opinions. You only care about Harley Quinn. That's it. You don't give a shit about anybody else's characters. You just care about that one character. And that's fine. You only care about what you care about. Quite frankly, it doesn't really matter anyway, because she's not the main thing of the movie anyway. In the first Suicide Squad, she was the central point with Will Smith and a few other characters. Well, this time she's not even the central point. Jeff Hill, can you do an impression of Jeremy Irons' line from BVS? That's how it starts. The fear, the rage, the feeling of powerlessness. That turns good men cruel. Okay, Jeff, I'll try. That's how it starts. The fear, the rage, the feeling of powerlessness that turns good men cruel. How did I do? Out of 10, how did I do? I couldn't do the impression. I can't impersonate Sir Jeremy. But by the way, go and watch Jeremy Irons in a very old movie called Dead Ringers, directed by David Cronenberg. It's a fucking amazing film. It's not action. It's not comic books. Thank you. Jeff Hill loved that line. I love it too, but I had to read it because I didn't remember it. But yeah, I love that line. Jeremy Irons is a great fucking Alfred, isn't he? But yeah, if you haven't seen Jeremy Irons in a very old film called Dead Ringers, go watch it. He plays two twins. He plays twins. They're both gynecologists. It's not action. It's a psychological thriller, kind of in the head. But it's really good. It's a fucked up movie. Jeff Hill, rank the live action Alfreds. Right. The Batman 66 one. The one, Keaton's one. Jeremy Irons. The one from the Gotham series. And Michael Caine is my favourite. I don't think I've messed anyone up. Ronnie Dodge, hi boss. Ronnie Dodge, we've had some heated conversations without you. It's time for you to keep the peace. It's a Q&A night, Ronnie. I've got a headache. I've read a quote from Harley Quinn, which basically kicked Bobcat off. We're arguing about Harley Quinn. Jeff Hill, Caine is great, but Nolan fucked him up in the Dark Knight Rises. Interesting. Alfred would never ditch Bruce. Well, I think Bruce wanted him to leave. That's the truth of it. John, I'm looking forward to seeing Ratcatcher in the Suicide Squad. She's fucking amazing. She's such a great kid. She's very talented, and she is a more central point than Harley Quinn. And I like her because she doesn't try and dictate what her character does. Ronnie George, oh, okay, mate, yeah, just keep it peaceful, please. Oh, I can't do that, Ronnie. Someone annoys me. I've got to react to it. If someone says to me, you don't know what you're talking about, why are you talking about something you don't know about? That is an insult. Because basically, I wasn't talking about Harley Quinn in the comics. I was talking the live action universe. And Bobcat didn't like it. Ronnie Dodge, yeah, I know. It's not just about what we want. It's not about just who we stand. There's millions of fans out there who would love a Harley Quinn and Joker movie. Millions. I would imagine there's more money to be made from Joker and Harley Quinn than Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. Richie Mo, what's up, Mick? Who are you spitting facts to? Oh, well, me and Bobcat were having a little disagreement. I think he's gone to lick his fur. Get it, Bobcat, licking his fur. Get it? Do you collect any DC merchandise? The only thing I collect are Blu-rays and DVDs. Don't care. The multiverse is coming. Well, that's all I care about. But that's why probably most of the characters in Suicide Squad, including Harley, are going to be blown away because they're rebooting the universe and they'll just bring back who they want to. I want Kaylee Cuckoo to replace Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. There you go. I said it. Richie Mo, don't take it personal at all, lol. Kaylee Cuckoo would be a better Harley Quinn. She already is. We know you're a strong character, Harley. We don't need Margot to keep on boring on about it, right? It's boring. I'm bored of these nut jobs. I'm bored of these actresses. I'm bored of listening to their bullshit. We're here to be entertained. Take your bullshit at the dinner table where we can't hear it. Why am I nodding my head? I'm thinking about something else. That's why, totally unrelated. So this is why it all kicked off. Jesus Christ, I said there would be a shock. Netherlands 0, Czech Republic 2. Wow. So this is what Margot Robbie said. I think in the first Suicide Squad film, she had a certain confidence and cockiness, knowing that she had the protection of the Joker. She was like, I'll go on this mission and he'll get me out of here in a second. That was kind of her prerogative in that film. Then in Birds of Prey, it was, oh shit, it's a scary, cold world. Maybe I can't do it. In this film, time has passed. It doesn't directly link to either of those films. Of course it doesn't. You fucked one of them up. But it's not something that Harley is wrestling with anymore. She's not waiting for Mr. J to show up, and she's not wondering if she can do it on her own. She knows. Well, bully for her. John, I hope we see Bloodsport and King Shark again after the Suicide Squad. Fingers crossed. Richie Mo, I'm with you on that, Mick. I think her and Gunn are going to something we need another iteration of Harley. She's been in 3 movies now. Yeah, well, listen, she plays the character great, but I'm bored of her agenda and her identity politics. She's already, fucked up 1 DC movie. No more. I've had enough of these people. I'm not going to tolerate these people anymore. Ronnie Dodge, I'm joking. I would never want Henry gone. Ronnie Dodge, well, you want Harley recasted. Can we just say get Tyler Hoechlin as the main Superman? I said it. Ronnie Dodge, I'm joking. Whether you're joking or not, Ronnie, this is a multiverse. That means nothing gets deleted. Some people, not just here, but on the internet, really believe some things are being deleted. Nothing's going to be deleted. That's what a multiverse is all about. No one said anything's getting deleted or replaced or recast. But we could certainly have a Kaylee Cuckoo Harley, as well as Margot Robbie's one, and I know which one I'd rather watch. Jeff Hill, what do you think Gunn's future with DC after Suicide Squad and Peacemaker? He will be in charge of the Suicide Squad universe and all those characters. But maybe a Justice League movie as well. I think definitely a Justice League movie, the Suicide Squad. He could end up being the main director of the DCEU, like the Russos used to be, and Whedon used to be with the MCU. Ronnie George, this is my opinion. If the Snyderverse goes after the Flash, not end of the world, it won't go. Nothing will go. That's what a multiverse is all about. A multiverse isn't one size fits all, or because someone on the internet says, "Oh, I don't like this bit. Can you delete it?" No one, Barbara or Andy, haven't said anything about deleting anything. It reboots the universe. Now, maybe the Snyderverse won't be around. But it'll be around somewhere. Everything gets juggled around. A multiverse is perfect because everyone gets what they want. That's the idea. And I know that doesn't suit the internet so much because we live in an either-or generation, but the multiverse strategy isn't about either-or. It's about everything. Richie Ma, I really wanted to see a Joker and Harley movie, but because of feminazis, we got a Harley solo movie pretending to be a Birds of Prey movie. Exactly. Notice she didn't cast anyone as famous as she is. Yep. And all the pictures, those other poor women who are more talented than her were standing behind her. It should have been their movie, not hers. Ronnie Dodge, it's an Elseworld, not a center of the universe, thank God. I don't even think, is there going to be a central universe? Let's see. I mean, there will have to be an Earth 1. It'll be interesting what Earth 1 actually is. Jeff Hill, how do you take your coffee? A little bit of milk, sugar, not too strong. Jesus is a go. Happy Sunday, my peeps. It's happy Sunday for people who are not on the internet and don't have to listen to hot takes. Jesus is go. Honestly. Ronnie George, Mick, you know how I feel about the Snyderverse. That's fine, but just because you want it gone, it doesn't mean it's going to be gone. That's not how a multiverse works. No one in the production of Flash or Walter Hamada or Jim Lee or anyone else has said anything's being deleted. It will be a very different universe for sure. As I've said, I'm not even sure that Batfleck will be deleted. There's no need to delete anyone. Sandra Hughes, Jenny Smollett wasn't a list. She's just famous now after Birds of Prey. Yeah, she did very well. Actually, her performance was better than Margot Robbie's. Listen, Birds of Prey isn't a shit movie, but it certainly isn't what it could have been. Jeff Hill, how do you like living in Cyprus? I saw some photos. It looks beautiful there. It is beautiful. It's very hot at the moment, unbearably hot. I'm hot. I'm irritable. I've got the aircon on. I argued with my dad about a couple of hours ago. So I'm not in the best of moods. So probably not the right evening to go at me. And I apologise if you're on the end of my temper, in my bad mood. But sometimes people on the internet, there's certain things I don't like. It doesn't mean I'm going to say they're deleted. There can be two Harley Quinns in the multiverse strategy. And I'll watch Kaylee Cuckoos. I'm more of an Amber Heard fan at the moment than I am a Margot Robbie fan. Cyprus is a beautiful country. If I had kids, I'd want to bring them up here, not the UK or America. Richie Ma, how did Birds of Prey get the people from John Wick to do the action and it still sucked? Why do you think that happened, Mick? Sandra Hughes, I don't care about Kaylee Cuoco. She can't act. The real DC fans love Margot Robbie. Don't ever say real DC fans in my presence. Thank you very much. I am a real DC fan, right? Kaylee Cuoco's been acting since she was a child. She's a very good actor. Now, how did Birds of Prey get people from John Wick? Well, they actually got the director. I don't think he had enough time to perfect the action. I think the scheduling was so on the run, no one could have got that right in the end. John, do you think James Gunn is done with Marvel after Guardians of the Galaxy 3? I've been saying that on my channel for a long time. He is done. He's not friends with them. He doesn't like them. They sacked him for historical tweets, and they shouldn't have done. So he is done after Guardians 3. Absolutely. Jeff Hill, Samara Weaving, Harley would be great. Oh, yeah. Richie Mo, Chad Stahelski, that's right. I can't say his name. Stahelski, whatever, right? He's a really good director, better than fucking Kathy Yan. It's nothing to do with her gender or anything else, right? She was not capable of making that movie. And she didn't want them in their iconic costumes because of some feminist extreme left bullshit. I heard her going on about it a few weeks ago on Twitter. These people should have a health warning round their necks. Ronnie Dodge, I'm a real DC fan, thank you very much. Just because I don't support the bloody Snyderverse, I'm not a DC fan. And anyone tells me that, I will shut you down. Okay, calm down. I didn't say you're not a DC fan. I was talking to Sam. He said, I'm not a real DC fan because I want Kaylee Cuoco as Harley Quinn. Richie Mo, didn't Gunn have Feige, one of the other big MCU producers, on the set of the Suicide Squad? Yeah, but it doesn't really matter. You do realise Feige's a big DC fan, don't you? You know he takes his kid to go and see all the DC movies. There's nothing wrong with that. Come on, we're not talking about fucking Interpol. We're not talking about Russians here. We're just talking about, the guy who runs Marvel. What harm could that do? Jesus Christ. I know people get paranoid, but it's not a big deal. Not to me. Kevin Feige is a big DC fan. And you never know. One day. Ronnie Dodd, not talking to you, mate, to Sam yet. I think Sam's the one person, although I respect him and everything, and I'm glad he comes in, that I disagree with the most. Richie Mo, I meant, are they still friends, Mick? Oh, yeah, they're friends because he didn't sack him. Feige didn't sack him. Disney did. Sam Hughes, we love Margot Robbie. Stop throwing shade on her. Let me know when Kaylee gets an Oscar. Right, listen to me. Listen to me. It doesn't matter who's got an Oscar and who hasn't. Don't say we. Don't talk for other people. You're talking for yourself, right? This is an argument I've just had 10 minutes ago with someone else. Don't say we, right? Because there's a lot of people who have got issues with her. I'm not the only one. I like Kaylee Cuoco, and she's already making a great Harley Quinn, and she'd make a great live-action Harley Quinn. You love her, right? And that's great. Loads of people love her. She's a good Harley Quinn, but she's getting involved with the creative side, and she shouldn't do. If she actually cared about the character, I'd be all right with it. And now they're probably going to let her direct a fucking movie. So it's just going to get worse. John, one day they will do a Marvel DC crossover. Oh yeah, it's a foregone conclusion. When they run out of ideas and they're not making much money, for sure. Mick, Feige shows his new cast and crew Superman the movie before they start filming any of their movies. Exactly. The whole of the MCU is based on Superman the movie. The tone, everything that was done in that movie, right? And good for him. It's one of the, that was the first film I ever saw. It's a wonderful movie. If that doesn't get you inspired to start making a film, what will? I think that's awesome. Well done, Kevin Feige. Superman the movie has inspired many, many filmmakers today. No question about that. That film had no CGI. It had to do everything in the camera. What that film achieved was sensational. And certain fans can keep on trying to put down Christopher Reeve and talk about getting his corpse out of the grave and disrespectful things like that. Well, they can go and F themselves. Nah, 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 nah. I want the Incredible Hulk sequel with Ed Norton. John, did you know that they did a Batman Spider-Man crossover comic? No, I didn't. Love to read it though. Would love to read that. Spider-Man and Batman are two of my favourite characters. Jesus is GOAT. I was just about to say I love Margot Robbie, but I agree that they are giving her too much pull. Exactly, Jesus. I lost a lot of respect when I found out about the rotten tattoo. Yeah, I read that. You know, that was James Gunn bending the knee to her. But you know what? I don't care about the rotten tattoo. I've said it. She's rotten. She's a psychopath. She kills people, right? But Margot Robbie believes all women should get away with murder and not be rotten. Richie Mo, to be fair, Oscars and other awards don't mean jack. It's just pretentious as arseholes patting each other on the back in their little club. Loads of people should win, but don't because of DNA. Exactly, Richie. Well said. Have some of that, Sam. That's an intelligent man now. Spitting facts. Facts. So tonight I've been told I can't talk about and have an opinion on my own channel. But I don't care. Because guess what? Anyone can have their own channel. And when anyone has their own channel, they can say whatever they want. So while I've got my own channel, I can say what I want. That's the way it works. But you can have your own channel as well. And you can say what you want. It's easy, isn't it? Richie Mo, spitting fire. Yes. Well done, Richie. That was a great statement. Margot Robbie is taking the piss. Bring on her Pirates of the Caribbean. I can't wait. She's going to crash and burn so badly with that. It's going to be fucking hilarious. It's like when you go on the Dodgems and people bump into each other and it's funny. That's what that Pirate of the Caribbean film is going to be. Sandra Hughes, I'm tired of DC. They don't listen to the fans. Well, actually, they are listening to fans. You're right. They're not listening to the Snyderverse fans, that's for sure. But they are listening to diehard comic book fans who haven't been listened to during the Snyderverse. And as you all know, I love Zack's movies, DC movies. Let's not get upset. I watched Stargirl episode 2 today, season 1. Really, really good. Really enjoyed it. Brett Basinger is absolutely fantastic. A great young actor. Sam Hughes, I want Man of Steel 2. Why haven't we got it? You got well, they'll tell you got BVS, which was the sequel. But of course, we want to see Henry in his Superman film. And hopefully moving forward, we will. I think he's got a big future within the DCEU. I could be wrong, of course. Richie Man, please tell me they're not letting her direct anything. It will be the same man-hating trash as BOP. And Charlie's Angels and the Pirates Without Debt will not do well. Of course it won't. Sandra Hughes, VVS is not Man of Steel 2. It's a Man of Steel sequel, my friend. It pretty much is Man of Steel 2. That's what it is. Richie Mo, yes, apparently she's gonna direct a film written by James Gunn. I forgot which one it's gonna be. So it's not good. They will ruin every franchise, every existing IP. They will destroy it. These people are absolute crazy. They have no interest in entertainment. They're not interested in entertainment or fans. Richie Mo, BVS is MOS sequel. Look up the definition of the word sequel. Yeah, it is a sequel. It is a sequel to the first film. And of course, Justice League, the Snyder Cut, is the sequel to BVS. Jesus is a goat. Do you think they will replace the rotten tattoo with woke? Who knows? I didn't even realise they replaced the tattoo. I didn't even know she got rid of it. You know how difficult it must be for someone like James Gunn having a nut job like her in your ear. Can you get rid of this? Can you do this? It's too much. These people, it's like Ray Fisher. Sam ambiguous. What is stopping them from making it? Henry wants more money. Just pay him. I don't care. If it's Snyder, I just want something. And it's not about more money. It's about the creative direction. He wanted to say in the creative direction, a bit like Margot Robbie's getting and Henry's not getting, by the way. Tells you a lot. If Henry was a woman, it would be a different story. I don't know. Listen, they're focused as well on a black Superman now. Again, part of the culture that we're in right now. So let's see if we actually get a Henry Cavill Superman movie as well going forward. Let's see. Richie Mann, also Gunn will ghost direct it for her like Zack did for Patty on Wonder Woman. Basically, yeah. And Spielberg for Hopper on Poltergeist. Basically, yeah. He will be there. And she'll take all the credit. Like they all do. Birds of Prey was about men taking credit for what men do. Well, no, yeah. Men taking credit for what women do, which is the biggest bullshit narrative I've ever heard, considering the film, directed by Kathy Yan, needed a male director to come in and save it. Jesus is goat. Do you watch your DC shows one episode at a time? Yes, because I do not have time to binge. It's very difficult for me to binge a show. And anyway, in the old days, we used to watch one episode a week, you know. Richie Mo, is it going to be a DC movie? Yeah. Unless it's going to be a series, I don't know. Richie Mo, it's going to be highly centric then, isn't it? Oh my days. I would imagine so. Sam and reviews, if they don't announce Man of Steel 2 at Fandom, then they're not making it. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think he's going to get cameos. I'm not sure about a film, Sam, to be honest with you. Listen to me. We are in an era, an environment, an atmosphere in entertainment right now that these bad things are going to keep on happening. And I'm fine with them fucking up their own industry. It's a shame for me because I'm a big movie and TV drama fan. But as I've said before, I've got so many things to enjoy on hard copy, bought on digital as well. They can do whatever the fuck they want, but they won't make any money. It's entirely up to them. You know what's a shame though? I don't get enough die-hard comic book fans like the ones who know everything about the comics, the ones who have been silent, the ones who can't get what they want because there's too many shouty fans on the internet. I want to represent those people as well. Jesus is a go. How's your dad, bro? My dad is a pain up the arse. He's I look after him, obviously. It's very difficult. Thank you for asking, but it's very difficult, and I'm very stressed with that situation right now. Richie Man, we need a Cavill-led Superman as well as a black Superman, as long as it's Calvin Ellis or Val Zod, not a race switch. Knowing these people, Richie, wouldn't surprise me if it's a race switch. I hope not, but I wouldn't put it past them. This is what you're dealing with now. And they're going to crash and burn. It's up to them. It looks like J.J. Abrams is running it pretty much DC HBO Max, that side of it, with the exception of Green Lantern Corps and the Matt Reeves stuff and the James Gunn stuff. All the rest is down to JJ. Ronnie Dodge wants a load of things, but we want and what we get is very different. The Flash and the multiverse is something I've always wanted. Sam wants a lot of things, I know. I'm normally a bit too polite to say, hey, Sam, you want all this stuff? I just read out the lad's messages. Jeff Hill, you like Abrams more or Gunn? Jeff Hill, who would you rather put in charge? Yeah, listen to me about J.J. Abrams. Years ago, when he was doing Lost and Alias, I was obsessed with him, and he was my favorite creative. Now I don't know what to think anymore. I think at the moment I'm happy with Walter Hamada, but we'll see how these movies do. And if the Suicide Squad doesn't turn out good, if the other movies don't turn out good, then he'll have to go. I don't think I want Abrams to run the whole thing though. I think that would be a mistake. Rishima, I heard that they are already going to switch Cavill with Sasha, but I don't want to believe it. Yeah, it's a rumor, my friend. But we could have a Supergirl instead of Superman. But don't forget, we will have Superman. We will have, Tyler Hoechlin and probably Brandon Routh and probably maybe even Nicolas Cage. But obviously we want Henry. Let's see what happens. Sundown Reviews, the Batman movie is trending in Twitter. Isn't that the Batfleck one, yeah? Because they're doing a campaign. Ronnie Dodge, you're too nice, Mick. I say something if people wind me up. Well, Bobcat winded me up earlier, didn't they? And I didn't bite my tongue. Something if people wind me up. Jesus is a go. Have you ever seen Westworld? I've seen the original film. I haven't seen the series. Jeff Hill, even if Sasha replaces Cavill, we will get a new Superman with Abrams. Jeff Hill, did you see the Halloween Kills trailer, Mick? Yes, I did. It was great, wasn't it? Jamie Lee Curtis doesn't age, does she? I love the Halloween movies. Not as much as I like the Freddy Krueger movies, but still. Jeff Hill, JLC is amazing. Her scene in True Lies. Wow. Oh, yeah. True Lies isn't one of my favourite movies, but yeah, I think her and Arnie were good in it. Rishi Mo, the Suicide Squad needs to hit some high numbers because it costs more than 200 million. Without marketing, that's the least you think it should take, Mick. I put 750 on it. Would be $1 billion without COVID. Well, we've just seen the Fast 9 numbers, and they're doing pre-COVID numbers, my friend. So the Suicide Squad in August should definitely do pre-COVID numbers. There's no excuses. This film has to be successful, as I say. If it fails at the box office, then there can be no excuses. You can't blame COVID. John, I think the Batman will make a lot of money. Oh, definitely. Jeff Hill, it cannot make 750, bro. Of course it can. Why can't it make 750? It doesn't make any sense, Jeff. Jeff Hill, that's insane. I think it could make more. I think it's going to make $1 billion. No, it's going to make much more than that, Jeff, globally. I don't know what you're talking. I'm talking about globally. I think it definitely can clear $1 billion. COVID isn't an issue around the world. Most movie theatres are open around the world now. We've seen Fast 9's already made 450 million globally. I think the Suicide Squad is going to do some insane numbers unless it doesn't have rewatchability and it's a bad movie, right? There's no reason, if that film is, as James Gunn, as the other James Gunn film, don't forget how popular Gunn is. Jeff, you honestly think the first Suicide Squad was so bad, people aren't going to be as interested. Also, look at the BO of Bird of Prey. No, Jeff, I don't agree with you at all. First of all, the first Suicide Squad made a hell of a lot of money. People went back and rewatched that movie. There must be a reason for that. And forget Birds of Prey. We all know why people wasn't interested in Birds of Prey. Blame Margot Robbie. But, James Gunn is a big pull. People will go and see that. Jesus is a girl. I've heard some negative reviews about F9, but look at its box office, my friend. Pre-COVID numbers. It's huge. So reviews don't hurt some films and franchises. Look at Joker movie. Look at the shit people said about that film. Look how well it did. Over $1 billion, and it was R-rated. Richie Mo, the first Suicide Squad did 700 million. A little bit more than that, actually. Yeah, it did very well. That was good money. I liked the theatrical version. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed what I saw. We had Batman. We had The Flash. We had some great sequences with Batman. I thought it was a great movie. John, Batman is DC's biggest franchise. Batman done well is, if Batman's done badly, it won't be. But I have absolute faith in Matt Reeves. So this is a Q&A. We haven't had many Q&As, have we? So we've got about 20 minutes left. Let's ask me some questions. Richie Mo, if that's the case, Jeff, why did Aquaman do 1.1 billion after Justice League? Exactly. 650. It all depends on its own merit, not what someone else's film was like. Exactly. It is interesting what logic people have sometimes, isn't it? Well, look at how people hated Jared Leto's Joker in Suicide Squad and loved him in the Snyder Cut. People can change their minds. Simple. I've got a feeling Jared Leto's Joker is going to show up in the Suicide Squad. Never mind. Richie Mo, are you going to the cinemas to see the new movies or are you watching at home? I will always go to the cinema to watch DC movies. Anything else, I'll watch at home. When it's available to me, of course. I don't have HBO Max. Richie Mo, no way Leto and Gunn hate each other with a passion, Long. Who told you that? Where do you people come out with this? Who told you they hate each other? I want to see documented evidence, not he said or she said or that one said. What did he say? What did he say? What did he say? That's not hatred. That's not hatred. Wow, wow. It's amazing the logic of people. It stuns me. Well, I don't remember James Gunn saying anything of the sort. Richie Mo, I've seen all the tweets, Mick, calling each other pedo. Doesn't really make a difference. Business is business. Business is business. Doesn't matter if they hate each other. Well, I'm not going to search it up because that kind of pathetic stuff doesn't interest me. It doesn't mean that he can't be in his film. It's news to me. That's not how the industry works. People who hate each other work with each other all the time. That's not how it works. He probably won't be in the movie. But if the studio said you're having him in there, he'd have him in there. John, I hope we get Zatanna and Batgirl. I hope we get Zatanna and Batgirl casting you soon. Richie Mo, are your cinemas open yet, Mick? I'm not sure. I think they are. I haven't been to the cinema for a while. I'm confident by August we'll be okay. I hope we get Zatanna and Batgirl casting you soon. John, very soon, I think. Very soon. Ronnie Dodge, DC fandom is going to be great. Fingers crossed. I'm excited. There should be lots of reveals and chat and things like that. Mostly conversations more than announcements. Richie Mo, we don't get HBO Max till 2025 here because of Sky, for fuck's sake. Yeah, it's a joke. But lucky for you, if you've got Sky, you do get HBO Max content on Sky Atlantic. I do not have access to HBO Max and I'm in Cyprus. We don't even officially have Disney Plus yet out here. Ronnie Dodge, I'm bloody wet just walking in the rain, lol. Good old UK, eh? I'm dancing in the rain. Happy walking, Ronnie. Ronnie Dodge, I'm back home now. Good news. All dry. John, how did you watch Zack Snyder's Justice League? Ah, well, I watched it somehow, and then eventually I was able to purchase it on Amazon Video, and that's how I watched it. And then I bought the Blu-ray, but I wasn't able. I was able to watch it about a day later when it came out. There was a way I watched it. Richie Man, I can't wait to see the Justice League Dark, the animated movie. Is shit hot. I hope they keep Swamp Thing and Constantine there. Both perfect. Yeah, I think they're going to recast Constantine. Jeff Hill, did you watch the black and white version of Zack Snyder's Justice League? I thought it was pointless. I actually love the black and white version. I mean, I know what you mean, but Zack wanted to release it, so hey. I mean, amazing that the studio supported that release, but yeah, I like the black and white version. Obviously, I prefer the colour version. Richie Mo, no way, he's perfect, man. Who are you talking about, Richie? Ronnie Dodge, I saw a video of some cyclists going through the flash set while security was trying to stop them. Saw it on Instagram. What idiots. John, I watched Zack Snyder's Justice League on Now TV. Lucky you. Thanks to Brexit, I can't watch Now TV in Cyprus. I used to be able to roam with Now TV. I can't anymore thanks to Brexit. Richie Mo, Constantine actors. Yeah, they're changing. I think where they're talking about a Constantine of colour. This is what J.J. Abrams is going to do. He's already doing it. Ronnie Josh, I can't watch any movie in black and white. Well, I grew up watching black and white movies. I think they're great. Harold Lloyd, Charlie Chaplin, Laurel and Hardy. So I don't mind black and white. Jesus is a goat. So I just looked it up. And apparently James Gunn implied that Jared Leto is the modern day R. Kelly. Implied. Yeah, the problem with that is James Gunn made a lot of jokes about children. Yeah. And he was going to those dodgy parties as well. So I think both parties are probably just as bad as each other, if I'm being honest, without allegedly. Let's be honest about it. I think most people in Hollywood are that way inclined, unfortunately. So I don't think there's a good guy and a bad guy there. They're all in Hollywood. They're all so corrupt. If I had a kid, my kid would not be working in the entertainment industry for this very reason. We already know that a young actress, when she was a child, wasn't allowed to be alone with Joss Whedon. You know, these are very, very bad people. And I know they try and make themselves look good. I like James Gunn. I like him as a creative. But, you know, I don't think James Gunn, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Richie Mo, I enjoyed Justice is Great, as did I. And I noticed people moan about Zack making a black and white version, but nobody said anything about the Logan Noir edition. Oh, I love the Logan Noir edition. I loved it, and I love Zack's black and white version as well. The Noir edition does seem a bit different, though, doesn't it? I didn't mind the black and white Snyder cut. I liked it. I can put my Amazon Video version on, and it goes straight from the color version to the black and white version, which is really cool because I can fall asleep when I wake up and the black and white version's on, and it's really cool. So I like that. But I know what you're saying, Richie. Definitely, people have got to bitch about something, haven't they? I totally understand your frustration now. When I wake up tomorrow, I want a big DC news story I can get my teeth into in tomorrow's Movies TV Daily Live. Ronnie Dodge, Sasha is going to change the game for Latino actors. Well, I was arguing with some geezer called Will. He was going on about Nadria Tucker and how WB are racist, blah, blah, blah. And I said, yeah, but Superman and Lois has got great Latino representation. And, of course, Sasha is great. And she's going to be Greg Henry. And the egg and bacon sandwich, awesome. I don't know, do I? Ask him. Henrik, for when you wake up, haha, yeah, love the Latina rep in Superman. Definitely. Richie Mo, why has he made the Weasel kill kids in Suicide Squad? I thought it was risky with his past tweets. Does anyone know about Weasel origin in the comics? No, I don't. And I think King Shark isn't as dumb as that in the comics, is he? Hard. Yeah, it's in bad taste, that, wasn't it? But, you know, he's killed 26 kids. It's like a gag as well. It's meant to be funny. That's some dark humour, isn't it? But he's James Gunn and he's got away with it. Let's see. And people got their shit out of joint about Joker movie. Just imagine about that. I'd be happy and bitch about Snyder every day. Sorry, oops. I don't want to bitch about people. I know I've been bitching about Patty Jenkins, but I like her as a person. But I don't like what she did to Wonder Woman 84. Jeff Hill, who's your favourite Green Lantern? John Stewart for me. To be honest with you, I've never really watched a John Stewart Green Lantern or read him. It's always been, I like Kilowog. I like Hal Jordan. I like his story. I don't know much about John Stewart, if I'm honest. Richie Mo, most of the jokes didn't land for me, Mick, but some of the visuals and actions looked top-notch. What are you talking about, Richie? What film are you talking about? John, have you seen 300? If so, what did you think of it? I saw 300 years ago. And when I heard Zack Snyder was doing Man of Steel, I had no idea he'd done 300. I didn't know who he was. And when they said to me he did 300 and Watchmen, I was like, what is everyone complaining about? Those films are awesome. Yeah, I love 300. Richie Mo, I like Jessica Cruz. Yeah, I adore Jessica Cruz. Richie Mo, The Suicide Squad. You talk about the first one, because we haven't seen the second one yet, have we? Well, I've seen the test screening, but you know what I mean. You haven't seen The Suicide Squad, have you? Henrik, I think The Suicide Squad is going to be like a darker version of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it's, well, I don't think, it's very different to Guardians, very different. Oh, the trailer. No, it looks great to me, Richie. It looks like a really exciting film. Ever since I saw the sizzle reel, I was excited. That's why I made sure I got a test screening for it. Richie Mo, bitching about Patty Jenkins. You don't say, Mick. I'm not bitching about her personally. I don't like what she did with the movie, though. I've explained myself already. I really don't want to. Jeff Hill, you smoke weed, Mick? Yes. Richie Mo, I'll rub it in, Mick. Low, I've seen it too. I'll see it soon. Well, I haven't seen the proper movie. I only saw 90 minutes, and I'm looking forward to seeing the full movie. There's a lot I haven't seen, so I'm very excited to see the movie. I've seen a lot of test screenings. I saw a test screening for Wonder Woman 84, and the theatrical version was dramatically fucking different. I was saying nice things about it when I saw the test screening, honestly. I mean, the jokes in the Suicide Squad don't all land. In fact, most jokes in DC movies don't really land. They just don't. I don't know why. I mean, the MCU actually get proper comedy writers to write the gags. That's why they work. Henrik, have you seen The Long Halloween Part 1? Amazing animated DC film based on the famous comics. I've only seen some of it. I like what I see so far. Richie Mo, what was different about Wonder Woman 84? What you've seen? I think the first and the second act were a lot better than what I saw. I can't really go into it too much, but yeah, it had a faster pace about it. Ronnie George, see it on the 30th of July before all of you lot, unless you get it in the same time, Mick. I will because I'm in Europe. Jesus is God. I'm looking forward to Pete Davidson as Blackguard. Oh, he's great. He was great in The King of Staten Island. He's very talented, isn't he? Very. James Gunn is right. Those trailers don't give away anything from the film. John, Wonder Woman 84 took so long to come out. Well, I'm always suspicious. Why did we delay from 2019 to 2020? Very suspicious. Jeff Hill, I bet Pete Davidson is going to die in SS. I think most of them will die, mate. Right, about 4 minutes to go. Get your questions, get your comments in so I can respond to them. Henrik, Ronnie, yeah, you're crazy. You seen Suicide Squad? Ronnie George, going to say, release the Jenkins cut. More like release the Jeff Johns cut. Richie Mo, I think it looks stunning. It's just a childish, vulgar jokes that I wasn't keen on. Can't wait to see Peacemaker versus Bloodsport, though. Yeah, Cena's great. Ronnie George, no, see it on the 30th of July, mate. Henry, wonder if Jenkins smoked weed because the latest Wonder Woman film was only drama and zero action. Yeah, she can't do action. She can't do action. She proved it. She's another Cathy Yan. It's going to be hilarious when she does Star Wars Rogue Squadron. My God. Very interesting situation. Very. Unless they remove her. Interesting. Rishimo, where you at, Ronnie? Rishimo, where you at, Ronnie? Are you in the UK like me? He is. He's British like us. Ronnie Dodge, yeah, Richie. I live in Kent, mate. Oh dear. Henrik, yeah, Jenkins didn't want the ending of the original of Wonder Woman. I'm glad Warner Brothers decided against her because she proved she can't do action. Good drama, but yeah. Ronnie Dodge, Mick, how are you going to feel if she's back for Wonder Woman 3? Well, I'll be disappointed. I won't be angry because it wouldn't surprise me if she comes back. I don't want her to come back, but the odds are she probably will. And I don't want her to. But as I said to Bobcat before he left in the half, just because I don't want something, it doesn't mean it's going to not, I can't get what I want. It's up to the powers that be. I personally think they're not happy with what she did with that film. Richie Mo, sweet bro, I'm in North Yorkshire and we get to see it before everyone else, lol. John, one of my favourite movies of the 90s is Hook. Beautiful movie. Richie Mo, Hook is quality. Yep, I agree. I just love how he's starting his real world and he's not a kid anymore. Robin Williams, what a legend. What a shame what happened to him. Very good friends with Christopher Reeve, by the way. Very good friends. Ronnie Judge, yep, if people pee me off on here, I might spoil it. Yes, I'm a D. I don't mind being spoiled about things, to be honest with you. I like spoilers, it's fun. Grace Randolph literally told us Han Solo died in The Force Awakens. Now that is bad. Ronnie Dodge, Wonder Woman 3 needs to be like Aquaman, action, action, action. Well, if Patty does it, that's not going to happen. At this moment in time, Wonder Woman 3 is a very long way off. It is not dated. Henry, Grace Randolph smokes weed with Jenkins and John Campion sits in a baby suit and says, go, go, gaga. Well, it's not too far from the truth, is it? I'm just going to look at Henrik's profile picture. Is that, who is that? Who is that in your profile picture? Is that you or for someone famous? John, bring back Zack to direct Wonder Woman 3. I'd be quite happy about that. That would be nuts. After everything, if that happened. Richie Mo, Grace Randolph smoked big pink cigars. Did she? Henrik, Barry and Oliver. Ah. Right. Oh, yeah. Very clever. Henrik, a mix of the faces. Yeah, well, very good. I like it. Ronnie Dodge, I think Wonder Woman 3 will hit 2024 5 movie. Oh, my God, we'll all be dead by then. I think it'll, well, let's see. We have 15 people in the chat. Come and comment. Come and say hi. Ask me a question. Henrik, yeah, from when the shows were good. Thanks, Hee. Yeah. Arrow and The Flash were great in seasons 1 and 2 of each show. Ronnie Dodge, John, my answer to that is a big fat no. John, is Patty friends with Zack Snyder? I don't believe so, no. They pretend they're friends, but I don't think they are. She said nice things about the Snyder Cut, so he could say nice things about Wonder Woman 84. That's how the industry works. That's the real deal. She wanted the Snyder fans to go and see her film. Ronnie Dodge, Zack directing and Patty producing could live with that. Yeah, she'll just have a producer's credit in name only. I can live with that as well. Jeff Hill, you watched The Boys, Mick. I've watched some of it, some of the first season. I liked it, but I haven't got back to it. I think I watched up to 5 or 6 episodes. The people in that show are fucked up. I'm looking forward to that Chris Pratt movie on Amazon Prime. Anything? Oh, Ronnie Dodge. Yeah, well, Mick, you hate her, so of course you would be okay with that, not starting an argument. I don't hate her. Why do people on the internet think people hate people because they don't like them as artists and creatives? I don't hate her. I don't like what she did with Wonder Woman 84, and I think she's bad for the franchise, and I would like to see her removed and replaced. It's not about hate. Henry, do you still watch The Flash? I stopped at season 6 because it was just so bad. I mean, why aren't they focusing on The Flash? Only Iris whining. I agree, and I think most people agree with you. I stopped watching season 4, I think. You did well to stay on to season 6. Ronnie Dodge, I'm sorry, mate. Nothing to be sorry for. Ronnie Dodge, Jesus, I'm turning into Bobcat. No. Bobcat got a bit deep tonight, though. Why are you talking about stuff you know nothing about? Wow, that's deep, isn't it? John, I stopped watching The Flash after season 2. The first 2 seasons were great. Henrik, Bobcat's crazy. I didn't say that. Henrik said it. Bobcat's a very passionate young man. Ronnie George, I like the dude. He can be a bit intense. Henrik, John Campier told me, sorry, Bobby. No, I still miss the Flash show. Tough, but just can't back into it, sadly. The Gaming Maniac, hey Mick, what do you feel is the best road for Cyborg in the DCEU at this point? Love Ray Fisher and I hope he returns, but I can see a possible recast. I don't know. What do you think? I still am holding hope for Ray to be in the Flash movie, and we'll see where we go for that. But if that's not the case, yeah, I think a recast. Are they that bothered about Cyborg in the DCEU anyway right now? Is it a point? Is it something they're going to be focused on? I think they may make the Doom Patrol Cyborg more front and centre within the DCEU multiverse. I think that's what they might do there. But there's still a chance for Ray Fisher to be in the Flash. All is not lost yet. Rishi Mo, is that what Bobcat said to you, Mick? You must have said something about Harley or Robbie. If you're watching Bobcat, it's only opinions, brother. Yeah, I was talking about Margot Robbie being a feminist and an extremist and ruining the film she's in, and he didn't like it, unfortunately. Ronnie Dodge, recasting Cyborg so I don't have to see Ray Fisher in the DCEU ever again. Man, he's an agenda and an ego. Jeff Hill, who would win in a fight, Superman or Thanos with the gauntlet? Oh, Superman. Henry, did Bobcat say anyhow? He was just got a bit angry. He wasn't angry, really. He was just saying I didn't know what I was talking about. People who don't know what they're talking about can still have an opinion. I don't need to know the comics. Ronnie Dodge, sorry, Gaming Maniac, that's how I feel. I can't stand the dude. The Gaming Maniac? What, when? Henrik, all right. It's nuts. Sometimes I've got like 3 people in a video. Tonight I've had 15, 11 right now. Nuts. Henrik, do you watch Grace or John Campier? I don't mind them. I haven't seen them for ages, to be honest with you. I used to. The Gaming Man, I feel you and respect your opinion, Ronnie. He was just done dirty and wants justice. So I personally don't think there's anything wrong with that. Well, Gaming Maniac, I do feel the way he spoke about Walter Hamada was very, very wrong. And he does seem to have an identity politics agenda on him, as far as I'm concerned. Ronnie Dodge, we just need to respect opinions before getting personal. Richie Mo, hit the like, peeps. Thank you. Jeff Hill, you believe those rumours that Rachel Weisz will be the villain in Black Widow? I've had that theory too. It wouldn't surprise me. Ronnie Dodge, no, Ray Fisher, I can't stand. Bobcat, I'm back. Welcome, Bobcat. Right, I was going to close it off. Bobcat's back. We'll have another, 5 minutes? Welcome back, Bobcat. John, I just used the Doom Patrol actor for Cyborg in the DCEU. I think that's perfect. I mean, you can have 2 or 3 versions of these characters. But I think that Ray has a chance to still be in the Flash movie. He could have already shot his stuff. It's not improbable. Jeff Hill, welcome back, Bobcat. We missed you. Ronnie Dodge, hey, Bobcat, are you calm now, my friend? Henrik, yeah, she's probably the villain. Sam Reviews, obviously you will pick Doom Patrol Cyborg over Ray Fisher. You're a WB shield. I've been insulted galore tonight. Bobcat, I'm crazy now, lol. I never said you were crazy. Let's be clear, I don't do personal insults. Just to be clear, I just read the comments. I actually don't think you're crazy, but I actually like crazy people. Bobcat, I'm crazy. There's nothing wrong with being crazy. Ronnie Dodge, no, Bobcat, you're just passionate. We're all passionate. I'm crazy. It's fine to be crazy. There's nothing wrong with being crazy. Bobcat, it highlights when you were talking about me. I mean, okay. Yeah, I didn't call you crazy, though. But it doesn't matter, because I just said I'm crazy. It's funny how people can lose their shit about fictional characters, though, isn't it? Henrik, a little crazy never hurt anyone. Exactly, Henrik. I'm proud to be crazy. Bobcat, I never even talked to this Henrik guy. What's his problem? Oh, Henrik calls everyone crazy. He doesn't mean anything by Bobcat. Ronnie Dodge, Sam. Ronnie Dodge, Bobcat, we like you, man. Of course we do. Henrik, just having a laugh, Bobcat. We did you, man. John, how are you feeling after your vaccination? Yeah, I'm feeling fine. I was feeling a bit stressed with a headache, but I don't think it was anything to do with the vaccine. Thanks for asking. Richie Mo, is there one thing I don't understand about DC moving forward? Is they have the 7 main characters, but they're not using them, like Cyborg, Green Lantern, Superman, Martian Manhunter. It seems a waste to me. Well, they are going to use Green Lantern. They're doing Green Lantern Corps on HBO Max, and they're developing a Green Lantern Corps movie as well. So they're definitely developing Green Lantern. Cyborg, we don't know what they're going to do. Superman, they're definitely doing a black Superman. Martian Manhunter, who knows? We don't know anything about that. So who knows, Richie? So I don't think we can say they're not using those characters. Ronnie George, Sam, I'm going to say this in a polite way. Just jog on it if you're here for the Snyderverse. Wow, wow. Ronnie George, Bobcat, how's work? Sam Dejan Reviews actually called me a WB shill. Wow. People are just insulting me for fun tonight, aren't they? I don't mind, no. I've got a strong back. A WB shill. I mean, I don't mind being a WB shill. I do defend them a lot. I've been a WB fan since I was a little boy. So at the end of the day, I am going to defend them over people with agendas and spreading shit. I do get triggered when I see people insulting WB. Ronnie George, Sam, I'm WB shill and proud one. Me too. Henrik, who said what? Be nice to Johnny Boy. What? Jesus is a goat. Kill him with kindness. Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, at least David Duvernay is not doing New Gods anymore. Ronnie George, never upset a Brit, me or Mick. That's right, us British, mate. We've got rough exteriors, ain't we, Ronnie? In the 80s, us British used to have spiky hair, skinheads. Although I've got skinhead now. I literally bumped my head on a tree this morning and grazed my head. You can't actually see it on this. Richie Mo, whoa, Ronnie, I'm down with the Snyderverse and I want everything else. We need to stick together, bro. The Gaming Maniac, Lowell, was never a fan of Ava on New Gods, honestly. Yeah, she was just trying to pitch her story and WB kept on sending her away. Finally, they said, if we give you a show on CW, will you just fuck off? And that's what happened, basically. Imagine if she directs the Superman movie. That's it for me. I'm done. Bobcat, now Richie Mo. Snyder can scurry off. It's one of those nights, isn't it? Richie Mo, we lived through Thatcher. You'll get no tougher. Exactly. The best of British. Ronnie Dodge, sorry, I say it how it is. If people don't like it, they know where the door is, okay? Oh, dear. Henrik, Snyder, awesome, Bobcat. Why are you hating? Bobcat, I just don't like his movies, Henrik. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Bobcat, I think his Batman is garbage. I love Snyder for BBS and MOS, but he's a dumbass with his recent antics.